Member for Cooper. The member for Hindmarsh has the call.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Emissions Reduction. Why did the minister block access under freedom of information to more than 200 documents about his use of false figures in official ministerial correspondence? Is it because he knows that the documents reveal that he misled the House when he claimed he downloaded false figures from the City of Sydney website? And will he now assure the House that all 200 documents will be provided to the New South Wales Police Strike Force, Garrod?
The Leader of the House on a point of order. Members on my left. Member for Scullin. I'm just saying to those interjecting, cease interjecting. I need to hear the point of order. I've said this many times. If they interject, they'll be out of the House. The Leader of the House on a point of order.
Well, the first point of order, Mr Speaker, is with respect to Standing Orders 100 about inferences and imputations, and the use of the word blocking carries a very strong and clear imputation and inference.
Members on my left.
I might note that if that word is to be included in the question, then the question needs to be directed to me as the Minister in charge of freedom of information pursuant to Standing Order 98. I would be happy to take the question on notice to determine whether or not that inference and imputation is correct, but I very much doubt that it is.
The Manager of Opposition Business on the point of order.
Mr Speaker, I'd simply refer to your earlier rulings about the opportunity for the Minister, if he disagrees with some of the words of the question, to make that clear in his answer.
I thank both the Leader of the House and the Manager of Opposition Business. As I've made clear before and for a number of years now, that, as have previous speakers, particularly Speaker Andrew, on this topic, that whilst the standing orders obviously were quoted accurately by the Leader of the House, the practice has been lenient with respect to inferences and imputations. That's certainly been the case, and indeed Speaker Andrew pointed out that if they were strictly enforced, most questions would simply not be in order or not be able to be asked. I've always said I'm happy to look at how we might change things in the future, but if we had a strict reading of questions, I would have a very strict reading of the standing orders around answers, and that can obviously change the nature of things. The other point Speaker Andrew made was in ruling questions out of order on that basis, it does prevent the Minister for having any opportunity, as the Manager of Opposition Business said. So on this occasion I'm going to allow the question to proceed, and it's up to the Minister how he deals with that. The Minister has the call.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. And as I said yesterday, I made a statement on the 25th of October, which I tabled in the House yesterday. And as I said in that statement, this is an outrageous accusation against me by the Labor Party. But to answer the question, Mr Speaker, of course I'll cooperate with any matter of this sort. Now, as I said in my statement, I reject absolutely the suggestion that I or any members of my staff altered the documents in question. And, Mr Speaker, I won't be lectured to by the party of Aldi bags and wine boxes full of cash, Mr Speaker. I'm not going to be lectured to about integrity in the week that Labor is celebrating Eddie O'B coming out on parole.